I raised her for 20 years, but she pointed at me and called me a rapist. My ex-wife framed me for marital rape and sent me to prison. Now she's forcing me to sign over my 20-year-old company to the woman who destroyed my life. My wife had an affair right after giving birth. I caught her in the act, and she called the police first, accusing me of marital rape and sending me to prison. 3 years later, when I walked out of that cell, I discovered she'd dumped our 1-month-old daughter in an orphanage just so she could run off and have fun with her lover. I fought with everything I had left to get my daughter back. To give her a good life, I hauled bricks, made deliveries, and spent 20 years building a company from nothing. We were finally getting somewhere. Life was looking up. Then, on the eve of our IPO, the company's core project collapsed overnight. $80 million in debt. 20 years of blood and sweat, gone in a single night. I rushed to get my daughter's visa sorted out. I transferred every last dollar in my savings to her account. My plan was simple. Once she boarded that plane, I'd jump. I was standing on the windowsill, ready to go, when she came bursting through the door. And behind her was the woman I hated more than anyone in this world, my ex-wife. Marta, what are you doing back here? I grabbed the windowsill to steady myself, frozen in place. She was supposed to be on a flight to Australia. I'd walked her to security myself, watched her pass through without looking back. By the time she landed, I was supposed to be gone. I'd thought I'd never see her again, but there she was, standing right in front of me. Dad, she said the word quietly, without answering my question. She shifted to the side and reached back behind her. Look who I brought. A figure stepped out from behind her. It took me 3 full seconds to recognize that face. Laura, my ex-wife. The woman who had carved the deepest wound of my life. My expression went cold. The chill rolling off me could have frozen the air solid. I stared hard at my daughter. Why are you with her? Don't you know how much I hate that woman? But Marta acted like she hadn't heard a word I said. She looped her arm through Laura's and softened her voice into something gentle and coaxing. Dad, it was all just a misunderstanding back then. Mom knows she was wrong. Can't you just forgive her? A misunderstanding. The word hit me like a slap. A wave of rage surged straight to my head. This woman had cheated on me after giving birth. I'd caught her. Then she'd flipped it around and accused me of marital rape, landing me in prison for 3 years, turning me into the kind of man the whole neighborhood pointed at and called a rapist. When I got out, I found she'd cleaned out every account I had, run off with her lover, and left our 1-month-old daughter in an orphanage to fend for herself. And now my daughter, the girl I'd raised for 20 years, was calling all of that a misunderstanding. I looked at her and felt something go cold inside me. She was a stranger. Marta, I said, pressing hard to keep my voice level, you were too young back then. You don't know what really happened. That woman is a selfish, heartless liar. She abandoned her own newborn daughter. She has no right to call herself a mother. Enough. She cut me off before I could finish. Her eyes were red, and the look she gave me was full of disappointment and fury. Dad, Mom had her reasons. If you hadn't interfered and pulled me out of that orphanage early, she would have come for me herself. I wouldn't have spent all those years without her, growing up like some kid nobody wanted. I went still. She thought me taking her out of the orphanage was interfering?